guys, welcome back to my channel. Apologies for the state of me. We've been away this weekend. I've literally just got back and I was like, I need to film a couple of videos for the next sort of week or two. But today I thought I would film my long-lasting bridesmaid makeup. So last month I went to Cyprus for one of my best friend's weddings. It was so unbelievably hot. So the makeup I wore lasted 12 hours. It didn't get greasy, it didn't get sweaty. It was like dewy but not greasy. I feel like I actually nailed it, so I thought I'd share it today. It'd be a really good one for like Christmas parties, special events, especially as now that I know it's only October, but now the Christmas season is coming. This could be the kind of makeup you could change just a smidge using different tones to make sure that it lasts all the way through your Christmas party. So I'm gonna get started. I've got a little, first off I've got a wristband from where we've been today, so I'll get rid of that. But I've got a makeup bag full of bits and bobs, and then I've got my Violet Voss palette because somehow I've lost my mirror. So I'm going to have to use this for, oh god, my hair. I've got like pure wingnut. So I'm going to start off with my Real Techniques sponge. And then I did use the It Cosmetics in medium on the day, but my holiday tan is definitely gone. So I'm going to go for 1 squidge of medium and 1 squidge of fair. And just kind of mix these in and blend them together. I don't find that I really need a great deal of concealer with this one. I just love it. I know I've spoken about it in like every single get ready with me video I've done, but I feel like it gives the right amount of coverage without being too heavy but also not too greasy. I've got sort of medium skin as a general rule. Yeah, mixing those two, it seems to be quite a good colour match for me at the minute. I feel like I really need to get the fake tan back out. I just feel better with a suntan, which seems silly, but I just love it. I just blend it into my hairline. But yeah, this makeup lasted 12 hours. It was 32 degrees, I think. And it's like just the right amount of sparkly without being obnoxious. I'll actually try and insert a couple of photos of me in my bridesmaid dress whilst I'm like bopping away. Bop, bop, bop. Okay, just because I want it to last a little bit longer than normal, I am going to go in with some concealer, but on a day-to-day basis I wouldn't bother. I'm going to mix shade C1 and C8 of the not collection, Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I'm really intrigued to try the foundation, but I'm just a bit worried it's going to be really matte and heavy. I just don't do matte foundation very well. And again, I'm just going to take the same beauty blender, mix it on the edge of my sponge and just pop it under my eyes. So I'm not really going for a super brightened under eye, but more like I actually had a decent amount of sleep last night and don't look too tired. This actually lasts really well on me without creasing. I was a bit worried with it being such like a thick formula, it might be a bit heavy, but I find it lasts quite well. So that's that bit done and dusted. I've managed to not leave loads of product as well, which is a step in the right direction because normally I'm really bad for doing that. Then I'm going to go in with a cream blush. This is the Josie Maran Pink Escape Coconut Chile. I honestly don't know if you can still get this, but I really like it for like a flush of colour more so than a, like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like a really heavy powder. This is more like a soft pinky glow. And just pat it on my cheeks. Oh god, I feel so like scatty and erratic today. So it just gives a tiny amount of colour without being too in your face. And then the last cream product we're going to use is the Benefit What's Up highlighter. This is one of my all-time favourite cream products. You just twist it up. It has got a little sponge on the end, but I've literally never used that. And it's the perfect champagne-y, just, oh, it's so beautiful. I didn't want to go overboard on highlighter on the day just because I thought if I'm going to be really greasy and super sweaty, I don't want it to look too much. So although I normally like quite a strong highlighter, I went relatively toned down for me. Then we're going on to powders. So I spoke about this Wet n Wild bronzer in the shade Ticket to Brazil in my Wet n Wild Beauty Bay haul and try on, and I have used it so much. As you can see, there's like a lot of fallout with it, but I think it's about £3, and it's just the right amount of bronze without being too much. Just make sure I always tap it off, and I'm just going for like a 3 shape. I didn't do any contouring or anything sort of too fancy, just because I was worried it would look too heavy in like the nice hot weather. Bit on my nose, and then that's kind of skin done. I'm just going to top it up a tiny bit with my Cody Airspun Original. I still love this. It still smells like old woman, but I'm going to use the Duo Fibre face brush from Real Techniques and literally just pat this on the middle of my face, down my nose, because that's kind of my main oily areas. I really like this, but the smell is just vile. I hear that you can get an unfragranced one, but I don't think it's very easy to get in the UK. So literally patted that on, dead easy, and then we go on to eyes. So this is like the quickest celebration makeup ever. In fact, I don't need that one. It's like a couple of brushes, a couple of colours. I'm going to go for my Real Techniques. It's so old, it's rubbed off. I think it's called like the Deluxe Crease Brush, and my Naked 2 Basics palette. I'm going to use the shade Stark and then Frisk. So I'm literally going to put Stark all over the lid. It's such a nice, easy shade to wear. I wear this one a lot for work. Just evens out my lid colour a little bit. And I actually did the eye makeup of all the bridesmaids. There were 7 of us. And I used exactly the same products on everyone, and it looked good on everyone. So literally that all over. Then I used my blending crease brush from Crown in the shade Frisk, just to give a tiny amount of definition. I can't imagine life without the Naked Basics palettes. I use them all the time. Literally just so, this is like the quickest, easiest makeup ever. There we go. I'm just going to use a slightly larger fluffy brush. I have no idea where this is from. I feel like it was a Crown Brushes one as well, but I could be wrong. Just to blend that out again. Like I say, it's just such a natural, easy eye makeup base, which I use all the time. And then we added a little bit of pizzazz with one of the Stila Glitter and Glow in the shade Kitten Karma. And this one is my favourite out of the 3 I've tried. I use it quite a lot for like nights out. And all I literally did was wipe it on the lid and then pat it out with my ring finger. So this has got like a slightly browny champagne base with silver glitters that are just super reflective. And once this is dry, this isn't going anywhere. This will literally last all day and all night. So when I bought my first sort of full size one, I was a bit like, I think they're about £25, and I was like, that is a rip-off. But I'm surprised at how much I've actually used them and how well they do last. So if there's a colour that you like, I really recommend picking one up, and I think you'd probably use it more than you anticipate. I'm literally just patting that up. Like, can you see how sparkly and nice it is? That's the colour on my finger. Yeah, it's got like a brownie gold base with silver glitters, which sounds disgusting. Looks incredible. On the day, I actually didn't wear any mascara because I had my LVLs done. They are looking a little bit sad now, but I've forgotten to bring mascara, so I'm just not going to wear any. And then I finished off with the NARS, what are these? Power Matte Lip Pigment in Le Freak. I picked these up in Vegas and I actually really like them. They are quite dry. Like, they're a very liquidy formula. They dry down super matte. But they literally last all day. So what I did was I put this one on first, let it dry. In fact, whilst I let it dry, I'm just going to put some mascara on because I've just looked and my eyes look tiny. Back in a second. I'm going to use a mini of the Climax mascara from NARS. I haven't actually used this yet, so let's give it a whiz and see what it looks like. Ooh, nice big brush. My lashes are in like a funny stage of LVL where some of them are starting to fall out as part of their like 6-week cycle. So my lashes aren't looking as good as they normally do. I will say I don't mind that mascara. I'm not sure how much the price is, which the price is probably the aspect that will put me off buying a full size one. That just makes my lashes look a little bit better. Almost all the other girls had lash extensions and they all look so good. And then I'm just going to top it off with some of the Glam Glow Glow Setter. I've spoke about this before. It's literally my favourite setting spray. Adds like a nice amount of hydration to the skin without being too much. And I'm just going to put all the lids on whilst I finish up. But there we go, literally like 15-minute makeup. Super easy, super effective, lasts all day. You don't need loads and loads of primers and stuff like that. It literally, this lasted 12 hours. And I think it looks really pretty. I'll try and come in a little bit closer and do like an embarrassing close-up selfie. But I've just noticed how bad my hair has been the whole time. I'm a mess, but here we go. I hope you enjoyed this really easy makeup look. I've got loads of videos upcoming this month. I'm making a super conscious effort to film loads. I want to do a little bit more beauty based as well as lifestyle. So if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.